What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy Myron McRae, aka Tornado McRae, across the skies of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Tuesday to all of y'all. Hope y'all are having a great Tuesday. Hope everything's going smooth. Hope you're able to make it to work, or if you were able to work from home, hope you're able to do that. Have your blast. Enjoy your life. Do your things, man. But guys, we're going to go ahead and get into today's docket. Got a few things that have come up that need to be addressed that I want to tell you about. And if you haven't been informed, or if you just want my honest hot take on it, here you go. I'm going to let you know. So first things first, y'all, we got some updates as we're heading into Houston this week for week 2 of preseason. And just some things that came up from training camp. First things first, Coke Zero himself, Jalen Coker, continued to show out at practice today. Had a couple nice catches, including one really beautiful moss I saw on social media. I thought it was, c'est magnifique. It was beautiful. It was sexy. It was all the things, in my opinion. And that's just how I felt about it. And next, turns out that our boy X actually did some boxing workouts this offseason. So it kind of makes sense as to why he did what he did on a Friday night. Hey, listen, I'm going to say this. The man put the workouts to use, and he looked good doing it. He looked good doing it. That's all I got to say. X, I see you, boy. I see what you did there. And then another follow-up is that Robert Hunt suffered a slight ankle injury according to reports. It wasn't anything too crazy. Wasn't carted off or anything like that, but he did sit out a few of, I want to say, the drills and team during practice, so that was kind of a scary thing. You never want to see your linemen going down with injuries before the season, so definitely going to monitor that. But also, in terms of injuries, we got Hunter Renfrow back in action yesterday in full pads, and boy, was he looking good. The boy looked like he hadn't missed a step. Whatever that hamstring was, glad he got the rest. Glad he got what he needed, because he was looking phenomenal in drills, in one-on-ones, and in team. And it just looked, again, great. And Ryan Fitzgerald went 2 for 5 today or why do I keep saying today? It was yesterday. He went 2 for 5 yesterday on field goals. And honestly, he just continues to lose space and lose the competition to Matthew Wright. At this point in my mind, I cannot foresee him, unless Matthew Wright just has a fall off of a cliff in terms of production over the next 2 weeks. I do not see Fitzgerald beating him out in the kicking competition. But you know what? I have been wrong on a lot worse and a lot less. So honestly, I don't even know. Y'all talk about me and my decisions all the time, so it really don't matter to me at this point. It really don't matter. But few highlights as we're heading into week 2, just to keep in mind and keep watch for. But man, I got to get these shirts made, cause Guardians of the Carolinas for the linemen, Coke Zero for Jalen. Yeah, bro, I got to get these shirts made. Let me go ahead and get on that. I'll have these ready. I've really been trying to put these designs together, and I'm gonna see if I can have them ready by the end of this week, or at least the beginning of next week. If nothing else, just the design. And y'all tell me what y'all feel about them. All right. But then, moving forward, next, the position battle for center is finally over, man. Coach Canales has officially announced, and y'all probably seen the reports, but he's officially announced the center position battle is finally over, and the winner of the position battle is Austin Corbett. And here's what Coach Canales had to say about that. He said, "We decided to make the decision knowing that this week going to Houston with the joint practice and then having the game, we felt like those reps just kind of solidifying who's the starter going to be with Bryce Young. It's a good time to kind of transition to where he's getting more of those reps versus split. I mean, it was really close competition, and I think Corbett just kind of brings a level of leadership that just kind of edged him out, in my opinion. So, again, competition brings out the best in both guys, and I was really proud of the way they competed." Coach, respectfully, I disagree with this one. I thought Mays should have got the starting spot. That's just me. A lot of you were with Corbett, and a lot of you were like me and think Mays should get the starting spot. I personally thought he should. However, I'm going to let you cook because you are the head coach. You are the quarterback whisperer, so maybe this is what you see works better for Bryce, and if that's the case, hey, I'm not going to go against it. If it leads to wins and it leads to success, I digress. That's just me. But if you're asking this skinny brother with two tats, if you're asking me for my personal opinion, which amounts for jack squat at the end of the day, I would have chose Cade Mays over Austin Corbett. But that's why I'm here making this video for y'all rather than in the front office. They probably don't trust me. But then again, you never know. You never know. I may be in that front office one day. I'm going to speak that into existence. I'm going to be in that office somewhere, somehow, some way. Whether it's as a reporter, analyst, broadcaster, scout, part of the general med, I will be working for the Carolina Panthers at some point, in some way, in some capacity. I'm speaking that into existence because why not? Why limit myself to thinking that I can't do something? I'm never going to sit there and say I can't do something. I can. And I will speak that into existence. So, yeah, Carolina, I'm going to work for you one day. Don't know when, don't know how I'm going to get there, but it's going to happen. I'm going to speak that into my life. I'm going to speak that success out there. And when it happens, y'all can refer back to this video on August 12th, 2025 and say, hey, yo, Myron spoke that into existence a long time ago. But, yep, that's how I feel about that. And we're going to move on to thirdly today. Coming from our man, Dan Orlovsky. So he got a list out here that might turn some of y'all heads. It turned my head too. And so here's the thing. Dan put out a list of top 10 quarterbacks, right? But he put out a list based on each trait for a quarterback. So he'll have a trait, and then he'll have his top 10 of that said trait in the NFL. So accuracy, arm strength, you get what I'm saying? So on and so forth. And with that, Dan Orlovsky had one for pocket presence. And here are his top 10 QBs for pocket presence. Number 1, Joe Burrow. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. Number 4, CJ Stroud. Number 5, Brock Purdy. Number 6, Josh Allen. Number 7, Geno Smith. Number 8, Baker Mayfield. Number 9, Bryce Young. And number 10, Jaden Daniels. Now, just like y'all, I was actually very shocked. I was very shocked to see Bryce on this list. But I was happy to see Bryce on this list. Why? Because Bryce doesn't get enough praise. But also, it's kind of cool. I trust Dan. I trust Dan Orlovsky. Like, in terms of like the Get Up and ESPN crew, Dan is one of the consistent ones. I will say. I will say that full-fledged through. Dan usually is pretty consistent. And to follow that up, here's what Dan had to say about Bryce Young. He said, Young has had plenty of ups and downs over 2 pro seasons, but I still love how he works through pressure and progressions in the pocket. His movements around the pocket and the ability to navigate opponent pass rushes were big reasons that he finished 2024 on an upswing. Say what you want about the man. Say how you feel. But if we're being honest, and we all go look at the tape, when it comes to pocket presence, feeling the pressure, avoiding pass rushes, Bryce is better than a lot of people. Now, does he hold the ball too long at times and take unnecessary sacks? Yes, absolutely. I can't deny that. But then also, you got to take into account, half of that time, he had a bad old line. His first year, he got sacked 63 times. I can't blame all 63 sacks on Bryce. Because last year, he got sacked 29 times. And again, even then, I can't blame all 29 sacks on Bryce. I say half, but not all 29. So when it comes to pocket presence, I do think Bryce Young is very good. And honestly, I can see him being top 10 for that, especially due to the fact that he is a smaller individual. And I know I hate bringing up his height and things of that nature. But in my mind, this is where that actually comes into an advantage for him. Because he knows he's small, because he knows that people think that they can just pressure him and everything and bully him and this, that, and the third, he has probably had to develop an innate sense while in the pocket because he's always been one of the smaller QBs wherever he's played. And due to that, because he doesn't have the height, he's had to develop that sense and that awareness to know the pocket's collapsing. I got to get out of here. The pocket's breaking down. I got to go. You lose one sense, another one heightens. So I can see Bryce being top 10, and I'm not mad at it. If people don't think so, that's honestly probably because Bryce Young plays for the Carolina Panthers. Anybody who tells you no is probably saying that only because Bryce plays for the Carolina Panthers and not because they've watched Bryce Young's film. Let's call it for what it is, people. We know how this game goes. Your team can sometimes make or break how people view you. Like it is what it is. It is what it is. For example, some people didn't think Joe Burrow was in the MVP conversation last year because of Cincinnati's horrible defense. But Joe Burrow was balling out and doing everything he could, which is so you get what I'm saying? I think I made my point. And now, lastly, it is time, man. Time for Panther Nation to speak your truth. And man, we about to talk this week. First comment that comes up on the board, man. Oh, before we even get into that, I keep forgetting. I do this now. For today's Panthers freeze frame of the day, yo, get you somebody that look at you the way Bryce Young looks at X. Get you somebody that appreciates you and looks at you with a smile and joy the way Bryce looks at X right here, man. Like, I saw this photo, and I was about to pick one of the Jalen Coker highlights, but I saw this photo. I said, yeah, nah, this is the freeze frame of the day. This is wholesome. This is funny. This is like a picture's worth 1,000 words. You can make this into a meme or anything like that. Because when I look at this in my mind, I see you talking to your homie and your homie mad at you or something like that, don't want to acknowledge you, but you're just sitting there ready to annoy them and things of that nature. It just looks wholesome. It just looks hilarious to me. So that's your Panther freeze frame for the day. Let's go ahead, get into these comments that y'all talking about. And the first one comes up from None Your Damn Business 9392. First of all, sir, why you got me cussing on this show? My man said, the pass came out early. Got to be ready for it, especially down there. And for those of you who don't know, he's talking about the pass that went to T-Mac in the end zone where he hit the little double move onto a slant, and Bryce had already thrown it, and it just hits off his fingertips. The pass did come out early. It did. T-Mac could have got his head around quicker. He does have to be ready for that, but I honestly think he will be ready for that going forward, and I'm not too concerned. But good observation. It really did. Second one comes from Michael McCoy, 7592. Says, everyone hating on the Panthers like we suck. Come on. I think they jealous, but as soon as we start winning, we will have a lot of bandwagon fans. Honestly, yeah, I definitely can see that. I definitely can see that, especially if we perform way above expectations and look like a legitimate contender. We'll have a lot of those. No worries. And then third comes from Ms. Rand Douglas. Says, Lee Get, LOL. Love the content. All right, I'm done with y'all. Because no. Here we gonna talk about this.
I just feel like you get fake humanitarian vibes. It's just like,
that's hilarious. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this because when I started on this channel, when I took over for this channel back in April, I was saying Lee Get, and there were a number of you in the subs, the subscribers and everything, who got on me and were like, it's not pronounced Leggett. It's pronounced Leggett. It's pronounced Leggett. Like, y'all got on me. Y'all said it's not Leggett. That's what y'all told me. I went and even found a video of this man saying his name. And the way he said it was Leggett. I said, okay, cool. Then I go, what is it, August? April? 4 months. And now y'all saying the way I'm saying it now is wrong. And that is Leggett. or Leggett. And that's what I've been saying. Like, quit saying, you know what? As a guy who's lived in Charleston, South Carolina, whose family's from Sumter and Dillon, South Carolina, I'm going to say however I want from now on. I don't care. I don't care how y'all say it. I will say it how I feel, because the way I've always looked at it was Xavier Leggett. That's how I've been saying it since he was in college. That's how I said it last year before I even got on this channel, and that's how I'll continue to say it. I've been saying Leggett because I can see how you get there. Leggett. If it's French, Leggett. You get what I'm saying? But now y'all want to say, no, it's a Leggett. You know what? I hate y'all. Y'all make me. I can't stand y'all, bro. Like, I can't win with y'all. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, bro. I don't know. I don't know, bro. So at the end of the day, I'm just going to say however I say it. I really don't care if y'all get on me about it. Xavier Leggett. Xavier Leggett. However you want to pronounce it, brother. However you pronounce it, brother. Because I know you're from Mullins, South Carolina. I know how you get down. Shoot, even my college roommate was from Mullins, and that's how he would have said it. My freshman college roommate would have said it like that. So what? Y'all not about to bully me. Y'all not about to bully me. I'm going to say it however I want. Get out my face. But guys and gals and everybody in between, that is all we have for today's episode. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom, because hey, honestly, I just need y'all to know when these videos are always dropping and need y'all to be informed. Next, comment below. Let me know, what are your thoughts on the camp updates? How do you feel about Coke Zero as Jalen Coker's new nickname? So on and so forth. And how you feel heading into week 2 of preseason versus Houston. 2, do you think Austin Corbett should be the starter, or do you think it should be Cade Mays? And 3, do you feel Bryce Young is top 10 in the league at QB for his pocket presence? Let me know in the comment section below, because at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all you Panther Nation. Take care. Later days. And as always, keep pounding. I'll see you next time.